I'll count my lucky stars.
Wild.
Lucky stars.
My lucky stars.
We was on your ass. You didn't show up today?
I need a shooting star.
We was on
I told her
your ass.
at algorithm, I'm like, if you don't come, I will talk shit about you.
Look. And he said it. He reminded me too.
He was dead ass.
He reminded me too.
I was like, did she text?
Did she hit you? Did you get the DM she sent you about the time? I was like, yeah, I got it.
I did.
I
Yeah.
was about to go.
I was on it.
We about to do a whole hour
Talking shit about
of talking shit about you. Like, I think we was going to dedicate this podcast to you.
We're dedicating this podcast to Tajai because she decided not to show up today.
Tajai and trifling ass black people who don't follow through on what they say. That's what the topic of the podcast would be.
That would actually been a good
That
topic.
would have been the whole topic, and I'd have been,
Whole podcast.
and I would have been hollering. Oh my god! Oh
You
my
think
god!
I went in on Kiki Palmer's ass?
Yeah, you
Could have
would
been.
have been a whole topic for surely.
Whole
Not in a good light.
No,
Because there's been people that said they was gonna come, and they not always, but a lot they flake.
Yeah.
I think it come with the territory though.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, definitely do. I expect it, right? I was just gonna talk shit about you because I told you I was gonna talk shit about you if you didn't come.
No, I feel like though people have flaked on my podcast too, but I'm just like, you know what?
Fuck
You got a podcast?
That's what it is.
Fuck 'em. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
I do.
Positive growth.
Yes,
Positive
yes,
growth. So you be
positive
speaking
growth.
affirmations and shit.
No, I just talk about my life and things I've been through, hardships, things I've learned, and I talk about wellness.
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 Oh,
Okay, hold on. Matter of
like
fact.
so you work out and eat
Not
right?
that type of wellness, like mental
Right.
wellness.
Mental health. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See,
Hold on. Wait, I got some.
you should have started with.
I wanted to pop in today to give you guys a healthy habit that I have been incorporating into my life over the past few years.
Oh, yeah.
And that is journaling. Me, I tend to overthink and my mind races, my thoughts go everywhere. And sometimes there are also things that I don't really want to talk to other people about. So I just write it and I find that it really helps me. There are different types of journals that you can get. You can get ones that have blank pages like this one, where you can just write whatever. There's also journals like this, self-care journal, where you write in every day about what you did to take care of yourself. And that can be anything from external, like getting your nails done, to internal, something like asserting a boundary you have. And I just got this
Be
journal
asserting
right
boundaries?
here from Ajane's place,
Nowadays,
Discovering the Real
I
You.
definitely try to stick
And
to
this
it,
is
but
one that I'm
it's
going
hard.
to start incorporating as well. As you can see, over the years, I have amassed a lot of journals because I have a lot of thoughts.
Lots of
So
journals.
if you tend to overthink like me, or you find that writing your thoughts helps, grab a journal and get to writing.
Shout out to the people with the journals. You dig what I'm talking about?
Out to the journalers.
Yes, sir. What's good, YouTube listeners out there? It's your boy Lonely Mosi, aka King Mosi, aka God Dawson here with my cousin.
Oscar.
And we're here with another You Good Digital podcast. We got a special guest.
Oh yeah, we do.
We got a special guest.
We do.
Yeah. We got my homegirl Tajai.
What
You
up,
dig what I'm
Tajai?
talking about with the positive growth, the podcast.
The podcast.
Yes, indeed. That is me, the positive girlfriend. I'm on all platforms, so go ahead and listen on Apple, Pandora,
Yeah.
Spotify,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's on there.
It's on there. We on and popping. Look, it's funny. You was talking about journaling, right?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to my homegirl, and she was like, "Yeah, you should start journaling." And I'm like, "Nah, that's for women. That's for girls." Oh my god. I know. I'm about to get the hate for it. I know. And she sat there and told me the same. I'm pretty sure she about to tell me what you about to say. It's not just for women. It's for everybody.
No, but honestly, I feel men would benefit more from journaling than women do because women are already accepting of their emotions and talking about them to whoever. Men, they tend to hide how they're feeling and don't feel like they have an outlet, especially to other women or to other men. So you can just write out how you're feeling in your journal and get it out that way.
Boom. And that's exactly what she said. She said the exact same thing. And it's funny because this is why we created You Good Digital, the network. You know what I'm saying? Because black men, we don't have an outlet to just express ourselves however we feel, whether it be about any political stuff, relationship stuff, being artsy, I design, he's a photographer, like just creating a platform where we could shine, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
as black men. So
Can I troll for a minute?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm in touch with my fucking emotions. I don't know what's wrong.
That's
wrong
not.
with
That's
the rest of
not
y'all.
trolling.
That's
That's
not
not
trolling.
trolling.
That's not trolling.
That's not trolling?
That's not trolling
No.
at all.
Oh.
Because I'm in touch with my emotions, but in a different way.
Oh.
You know, I express myself through like art.
I'm a Pisces. I'm sensitive.
Oh, you about to
as hell.
cry?
You're a Pisces.
You about to cry
Okay.
right
Don't-
now?
Hey, don't
about
do
to
that.
You're a
cry.
different kind of
You about
Pisces. I haven't met a Pisces that's spicy like you.
She called you zesty.
Not zesty, not zesty.
She called you
spicy.
zesty.
You think I'm spicy?
Spicy.
Yes, hunty.
Hunty? That's where we going?
Okay, never mind.
That's where he's going. I
Look.
didn't say anything like that. I said spicy.
What you mean by that?
What I mean is that he's very like
Direct,
that.
straight to the point.
Yeah, a lot of Pisces
Oh, you
aren't
don't
like
even
that.
know.
No. You just scratching the surface.
Oh, yeah.
of-
Like, because you guest on the podcast, I behaved myself when I met you.
yeah.
That was me well behaved.
Yeah, he.
Goodness.
But I don't think it's a Pisces thing. I think it's just his job.
It's a person. Yeah,
It's like his job calls, or his career, I should say, calls for
Yeah.
that type of direct approach.
Okay.
You know,
That makes sense.
Yeah, with us artists, we usually like beat around the bush and pussyfoot around a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because how you feel?
Pisces usually have their head in the clouds, like they're just lollygagging everywhere.
Yeah.
I've never met one that's very, very direct.
Oh no,
That's
he's the
different.
complete opposite of that shit.
Yeah.
Like complete opposite.
That is all learned traits. So, like, when people be like, oh, well, you this, so you this. Yeah, let that go. Be whoever you want to be. You want to be spicy, be spicy.
Right. You want to be
in the
zesty,
clouds,
be zesty.
Be in the clouds, you know?
Shout out to the zestiness. Cause you good?
Bro, I'm stressed out.
Why?
I drove 2 hours to be here.
Good. Tajai, you good?
I only drove like 15 minutes, so I'm.
You chilling?
good?
You
I'm
good?
chilling. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. Let's get into it. How you want to start off today? How you want to start off?
There was something I was talking about. I brought it up right off camera.
You brought it up off camera. That's why I was gonna say you take it off because you sounded a little.
I was real upset about it.
Right.
So I was talking to one of my girlfriends, my boo, my French bread.
Jesus.
Your baguette.
Yeah.
Oh, not you adding on to it.
She was going in, huh?
Right.
And I was talking to her, and I was like, life sucks. Not, it don't suck,
There
but
you go.
here's what I was getting to. Capitalism does not reward you for taking care of yourself.
What do you mean by that?
So, like, people are always talking about self-care, working out, eating right, doing all that, right?
Right.
How many people, most people who work out don't reap any capitalistic benefits from it, right?
Right.
So you don't get paid for it. You don't get congratulated for it. Some jobs have a health stipend, $100
Yeah,
a
they
month,
do.
which I appreciate, but when I have to decide between am I going to work out for an hour, hour and a half, or am I going to do my assignment that's due, the workout get put on the back burner. And that's what I'm saying. Capitalism does not reward people for taking care of themselves. It only rewards you for doing something.
Work.
For working.
Gotcha.
Right? And it's just like, to me, that's crazy, right? All these companies, all these people talk about self-care, but I really think it's just lip service.
I feel like I was just watching a video the other day on Instagram, but with how self-care has blown up, it's mostly garnered towards consumerism and
I
taking
was about to
yourself
say
out
that.
to eat, getting your nails done for women, buying something new that makes you feel good. It's not anything that's internal. It's all external self-care.
I was gonna mention something like that. I was gonna say they only want you to take care of yourself so you can bring your ass to work and work harder. You get no benefit for taking care of yourself. Just take care of yourself just enough so you can bring your ass to work and work harder. But it's almost like a double-edged sword, you said, because capitalism, self-care is a part of capitalism, like Tajai said. You spend money on external things that's going to make you feel good on the inside.
But is that really self-care, though?
It can be.
It can be.
It can be a form of it, like depending on what it is. Like, 'cause if I need to go get a massage because I work, I do physical activity at work, then yeah, it's a part of self-care because I need that to, you know what I'm saying, to
But I think real self-care though, like the internal stuff where you get your mental health straight, you work out, you eat right,
Yeah.
that stuff,
yeah.
like that's real.
The mind, body, spirit type of
Yeah,
stuff.
like
I think that's
that.
I think that's a part of it. It's not what do you say? It's not a and or.
It's
It's
a both
a both
and.
and. It's not a both and. I mean, it is a both and.
It's not an and or.
It's not an and or. Wait, what am I saying?
Either
what? Shout
or.
out to Lasker for those words I can't say. But I feel like it's a accumulation of both. Like you got to get your mind right, but also if you need to go get, you know what I'm saying, your shit lined up, then have one of them people put them elbows in your back and get your neck going.
But
Pause.
if
Pause. What am I saying? What did I say just now?
if the internal stuff is not taken care of, though, I think any external stuff is not going to be truly beneficial. It's going to be like, it's like when you treat a symptom and not the root cause.
That's exactly what it is. The external self-care that they're pushing towards us is it's not treating the root, it's just treating the surface. When you really get to the root of the problem is when you're getting that self-care. And that's why the internal work is what really matters.
But you don't get rewarded for the internal work.
No.
Yeah, you do.
How?
Bring your ass to work.
That's not a reward. That's not a reward, though. That check.
Because now you internally okay, and you could, you could make the right choices and do the work correctly. Bring your ass to work. You don't feel like, am I tripping?
You trolling.
I'm not trolling. I swear.
But-
like as a
It is a gift to have a career.
But listen, like, hear me out though. Put yourself in your manager CEO shoes for 1 second. Yeah, I'm paying you to do a job. Anything outside of this job is on you. Now, some jobs, like you said, give you a stipend to go do what you need to do.
They do.
But that you work harder, you get a better job. That comes with better benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm gonna go real left with y'all. I'm gonna talk about Star Trek. I know both of y'all.
You bring Star Trek up a lot. I'm gonna have to fucking watch one of these episodes
I'm going to have to watch Star Trek because I'm not really into that.
because he brings this shit up almost every pod, and I'm like, now I'm interested.
Well, it's good. It's good. But so the utopic Star Trek world
Right.
is where humanity has come to a place where you no longer have to worry about money. So all your basic needs are taken care of, and people are left to pursue something with all their heart and soul, whatever their passion is. Right. I think that's a much more beneficial world. Now, if
Say it.
if people
You got it. Go ahead.
if people start commenting on this, they might call me a socialist or something.
I was just about to say, goddamn socialist.
Yeah, no, I mean, the idea I'm talking about does very much so sound like socialism, but the only thing I'm thinking of is like, because everybody's stuck on that hamster wheel of I got to make more money so I can have more.
Yeah.
Most people really aren't following their passions and their dreams. And people are like, oh, your passions, whatever, but you got to work hard to make money. What if we lived in a world where everyone's basic needs were taken care of food, shelter, clothing, all that.
Yeah.
And people really got to say, all right, I really enjoy this. This is my passion. I like to weave baskets underwater. And they just become the best underwater basket weaver.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
I'm sure it is.
It sounds like a thing.
Underwater basket
Sounds
weaving?
familiar. It sounds like a thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking. I feel like something clicked just now. Like, oh, shit. But
Yeah,
anyways, go ahead.
but I just think that would be better. And I was just upset because it's like, I started working out again, but, I did 10 or 15 minutes of weightlifting and like 5-10 minutes of cardio. And I'm like, that's really not enough. Because like when I used to be 6% body fat and like look like an action figure, I was working out like 2 hours a day. I was meal prepping
You had the
an
time,
hour.
basically.
I had more time because I wasn't as capitalistic driven as I am now.
What's wrong with being capitalistic driven?
I think it comes at the cost of
What, other people?
internal self-care, right? It comes at the cost of good health, good mental stability and everything. Because like a lot of people who are very quote unquote well off monetarily are not well off mentally, or they may not be well off physically unless they're like an actor or somebody who it
I know some broke.
requires them.
I know some broke niggas like that.
Right. But here's the thing about that.
I'd rather be having some money with doing that than to be broke.
But what I'm saying is, if no one had to worry about their basic needs, I think more people would have better mental health, or we could focus on helping people with their mental health more, right? But everything is like, how do I make money? Most things aren't, how do I help others? How do I help others typically only comes after I've made all my money.
Or just how you want to feel. Like, how do you want to feel as a person instead of how much do you want to make or what you want your life to look like.
Right.
I don't know. I like expensive shit, and I like the finer things in life, and I know those come with a price. You know, nobody's building resorts and fancy places off of the strength of I just want to create something. You know, everybody, even artists want to be paid for their art. So it's like, you know, I get it. I do believe everybody should have some type of basic foundation of like a healthcare, some type. You know, whether I don't know if it's going to be like, you know, you get the best of the best or whatever, but you should get some type of healthcare, whatever the case may be. But as far as like a capitalistic country, I feel like it works for us. You know, a lot of people want to come here and make money from other countries. A lot of people want to. They think it's the American dream. You know, they come out here and make money and send it back to their family in other countries. Yeah. So I feel like if we learn how to adapt to this capitalistic ways, then, you know, we can eat just as much as anybody else that got money. Because I feel like it's enough money for all of us.
Oh, definitely.
The money is it's all in circulation. You know, it gets spent on something, and whether we end up putting it in our pockets or, you know, either we are going to be a consumer, or we're going to build the product that's going to be consumed. So
a consumer or producer.
Right. And I'm a produce, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you said, Cuddy, but
yeah, I you know, it was just really from a place of frustration, right?
Taxes probably hit this nigga hard. That's what it was.
Oh, taxes.
Oh.
Taxes hit this nigga hard. And
Look,
he is upset.
Look, let me tell you, like,
shout out to Uncle Sam.
I was watching some reel on Instagram, and he was like, I want my tax guy to be Republican, and not a little Republican. He was like, I want him to be shady, loophole,
right,
in the shade Republican.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to taxes,
yeah, everything written off.
Yeah, I do it.
And that's the thing. When we sat here and did our taxes, once you realize how many loopholes there really is in this capitalistic country, you can benefit. But we just don't know the loopholes just yet, all of them at least. Right. But the more money you do have, the more resources you can acquire, the more money you can probably save with people coming in with knowledge that can help you do X, Y, Z, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not really too mad at it, but we on the short end of the stick right now. We all eventually going to be on the other side, so it's cool.
I can't say I'm on the short end of the stick. I'm a very fortunate black man.
Round of applause for this very fortunate young black man.
Yeah.
I said you was the prototype last pod. I don't know what pod that was.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, but okay.
I said that.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga,
am I prototype? Am I prototype enough to get cloned though?
No.
Oh damn!
No, look, because they don't want your type to be cloned. They don't.
Oh,
want
there it
your
is.
type to be
There it is.
cloned.
Okay.
That's the thing.
I get what you said. Okay, I like how she flipped that. I like how she flipped that.
She flipped it.
Because I was like,
I was like, oh. I was like, ow.
She said, nah, you ain't shit. Okay, so I'm assuming we get into the next topic, which is They Cloned Tyrone. I think you better call Tyrone.
Call him.
Come on. Shout out to They Cloned Tyrone.
That was a great movie.
Tajai, I'm coming to you first.
Are we doing spoilers or are we just
spoiler alert. That's one. If you have not seen They Cloned Tyrone, make sure you fast forward this part of the show. Don't go anywhere. Just fast forward to the next segment. Tajai, how you feel about that?
I actually really liked the movie.
Yeah.
It kind of confused me a bit because I wasn't sure what time we were in because they were wearing 70s clothes, but they
Yeah.
had some 90s and then they had iPhones. So I was like,
Yeah.
what time are we in right now? It
Okay.
was throwing me for a loop.
3 for Luke. Oscar, what was your first thoughts in seeing They Cloned Tyrone?
I was like, oh, this is cute. And then he got off and woke up again. I was like, oh, I'm liking this. Cause I'm a little bit of a I don't know, but I usually don't watch new movies and stuff
Yeah.
on my own because like I get anxiety watching new movies and new shows
Why?
Yeah.
because like so I look at TV as a form of entertainment for relaxation.
Gotcha.
Right? And so if I'm watching something new, I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know what's gonna happen. And I'm like, and then I just go watch Star Trek or Stargate or Charmed
This
again.
nigga go to a comfort show.
Yeah,
Like The Office.
But anyways, how do you feel about?
bruh, that it was crazy.
Yeah?
I was like, and so when that happened, I was like, oh, where are they going with this? I think who produced it? Was it produced by black people?
I think so, but
think
y'all might want to unpack as much as y'all want to, because I am about to go the fuck in.
I mean, I just loved every piece of it in the sense of, it'd be crazy. Like, you get a movie like this, and you're like, oh, this is crazy. This is far out. This shit probably happening somewhere.
No, for real.
Hey.
You guys remember how crazy people were going for those Popeye chicken sandwiches?
Hey,
Yeah.
That's like how it was in the chicken shop.
hey.
And even sometimes, like, now I don't often stop and talk to homeless people. I ain't going to sit up in front.
I do.
But like, you look, like, I've looked at people and like, are they really crazy? Or are they just trying to put us up on game and we ignoring them?
Made with Love Media Company, Federal Films, and Macro.
Okay.
I don't know if they're black owned, but those are the Charles D. King, Stephen Dr. Love, Tony Rettenmeyer. Hopefully I said that right.
I'll have to look
We'll
that
have
up.
to look into it. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I thought it was
Jamie Foxx was a
well, yeah,
producer.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah, I did see that at the end.
I thought it was really
Atari
interesting.
Turner. Oh yeah, these some niggas. These nigga names.
Yeah, I I thought it was interesting how like the Tyrone clone that was in the city. I can't remember his name.
Fontaine?
Fontaine. Shout out to DJ Fontaine. You nigga I'm talking about. But anyways, go ahead.
I thought it was interesting how like if you looked at Fontaine and he's a drug dealer, right?
Right.
But the little homie that was always around him, he was like, go to school or whatever. And a lot of times I've seen drug dealers will talk to younger kids and be like, stay in school, do whatever, try to push them that way, right? But
Yeah.
it's interesting how they kept Fontaine in the community to actually keep the community down. It was interesting the people they used to keep the community down, like Fontaine, the pastor,
You better talk, because I'm telling you, I'm about to go.
the
I'm about to go in.
the pimp, like
Charles, was it Slick
yeah,
Charles?
Slick
Slick
Charles.
Charles, yeah,
Like
Slick
it was
Charles.
interesting who they decided who actually kept the community down and didn't build it up. Like I just thought like it was just real interesting. Go ahead, unpack your stuff because
Tajai,
I want to see
what you thinking. Well, how'd you feel about the movie? What was your thoughts and anything that you want to say about it?
Let me see. I was just thinking like worldly, right? What if this is an actual thing? What if they are keeping certain people in the neighborhoods to bring it down? We hear about all types of operations, right? We hear about how the government has ran
COINTELPRO.
experiments on people. Yeah, that paperclip, the Tuskegee experiments, how they were experimenting on their own soldiers with LSD and things like that to see how they can use that in war. So this kind of stuff is not really that far off to even think that they will keep certain people.
MK Ultra.
Yeah, keep certain people in a neighborhood to bring it down so that they can run whatever program they want to.
Y'all got everything I got off your chest?
No, but whatever
Okay, all
you
right,
about
go
to
ahead.
say. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I got enough. I'm not a movie critic. I'm probably not going to be as insightful as you are.
Yeah, because I'm a movie critic like a
So
motherfucker.
I want you to kind of lead the conversation from here,
Okay.
and then I'll like.
I feel like this movie is a parallel to real life.
Absolutely.
Even in the ending, I'll just say my on the end. I don't know if y'all seen the ending where
Yeah.
they end up in L.A.
And
Yeah.
Looked at the
Tyrone.
TV and he was like, "Tyrone, they cloned you." I look at that as like a reflection of gangs being started in L.A. And it's translating out to different communities.
I didn't even
And
think about that.
Tyrone was the clone that they used to
Put gangs out and
put that out because there's a span of gangs throughout America and it's traveling to other countries now as we speak, and we all know gangs started in L.A. They had like organized gangs like the mafia, like Italian mob and all that.
Right.
Before, I'm talking about the ones that really influenced the culture today.
Right.
Started in L.A. with those gangs.
So-
and that was just the ending for me. But from the beginning throughout the whole thing, I'm noticing there's a Fontaine. He's doing his drug dealing, picking up his money. There's a pimp. There's a hoe. There's a drug dealer. The pastor. The old man at the store. I don't know if y'all realize how the old man was actually dropping clues the whole
Yeah.
entire
the
movie.
whole time.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole time.
Even on the second part when Tyrone got cloned, he was like, "Oh, he smelled like a new car."
Yes.
Yes,
You know what I'm
that was
saying?
crazy.
Like that was I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I was like, oh, "Okay, they own something." So it was the even just in the church how people can get so influenced by somebody talking like a Dr. Martin Luther King or somebody who's very influential with their voice. We follow these type of people. And then the food, the chicken, it was almost like a Boondocks episode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When the Boondocks had that chicken, everybody going crazy over it. And then, like you said, the Popeyes chicken sandwich had motherfuckers wrapped around wrapped around the corner. And it's like they're using religion, food, and the people that influence the neighborhood to try to put us down. And I think it's at a point in time now to where it's like they don't even need to do anything but just sit back and let the product happen. And
Well, so you said they don't need to do anything. I think there is still activity being done in the sense of. So if you look at who controls the media and who controls the wealth and everything,
right.
and look at what they allow to get big,
Right.
right? When you brought up gangs,
Yeah.
I immediately went to rap music, right?
Right.
Gangster rap was not the first type of rap,
No, absolutely not.
right? But what's the most
That's not what hip hop was founded on.
right?
Yeah.
But what's the most dominant form of rap now?
Trap music,
Right.
drill music.
Like,
Yeah.
but all that's kind of like offshoots of that gangster rap, right?
Yeah.
Where like, why aren't the commons and all that are like more of the conscious rap? Why is that not being pushed? Right. And I was like, oof, here we go. It's not just the gangs. It's like what music is allowed to become popular. Go.
Okay, let me ask you this: in the movie, who saved who in the movie?
Who saved who?
Who saved who in the movie? Who saved them in the movie?
I feel like Yo-Yo saved
Yeah.
him.
But I mean, like, who was it? Was it another white man, or was it the community?
It's a community.
Right. So this will go back to my point of when I say,
Oh yeah.
I
I was watching the movie. And I was like, man, he gonna come for my
I'm
head.
telling you, because we
when
have this
talk about
thing
this
to where I
movie.
say, like, in order for the black community to get further, we got to save ourselves. We
Yeah.
can't be
Yeah.
looking out outreach for the white man and the government to come
Yep.
help us. It's not going to happen.
Right,
No.
That
it's not.
They're only there for themselves. Let's be
Right,
real.
absolutely.
So while I was watching the movie, and I realized that it clicked for them, and it clicked at different times for them, and they all came together. And they all did exactly what I thought they would do, was, get everybody from the hood together and go shut shit down.
So if y'all watching this, let's get together, shut shit down.
But look, though, here's the kicker.
There's too much going on for it to be that easy, though.
I know, unfortunately. But hold on, wait. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Here's
What's
the kicker. Who was the one doing the experiments?
A black man.
Right. So
Well, From what you see, like
It don't matter because that's from what we see is what we know.
Right.
We only know what we know.
We don't know who his head is that he was talking about, just him.
And this was his experiment because
Yeah.
he himself went through something with his little brother where he explained that why he never gave that certain memory of
To
trying to save his
Potter.
brother to the rest of the because
Olympia Black.
because
I'm not a clone.
because that memory was the reason why it started all of this revolution, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all really know. I think I forgot what it is, but I don't know if it's like the Nation of Islam. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I know there's a group of people who believe that white people are created by a black man because of his uncle or something was always picking on him or something like that. This is vague, so I don't take this verbatim.
That's a very interesting thought.
Created white people because his uncle was abusive to him or something. He was like, I'm going to create a group of people who's going to rule over your people. And he created white people. And this is kind of like, it kind of reminded me of that when we found out who actually was running these tests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I think it's actually a real, I don't think this is made up. I think this is a real reflection of the community that we involve ourselves in today. And I think it's parallel. Can we fix it? Absolutely. Will we? I don't think so. Not in this lifetime.
I mean, you guys know what else came in mind? Do you remember seeing in the background how it was a dark skin and it got lighter and lighter and lighter?
Yeah,
until it was
yeah.
White?
Yeah.
To me, that reminded me of how a lot of us are procreating with other races, and we're just going to keep on getting lighter and lighter and lighter until everybody looks the same.
That's me.
But I think we'll only get but so light. The color will stay.
Yeah. The color.
But I mean, it depends on who those kids from them decide to procreate with, too.
I'm ready to procreate with anybody. Hit me.
I don't want to say.
No, let me stop. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. What you about to say, Cuddy?
I can't remember now. So that's probably good.
I think that's great that you brought that point up. I think that was I don't know. This is only me like I don't know. Projecting is the word I'm trying to get to. I think that was him trying to, like you said, bleed that. What's the word? Because I want to know that word. Not evolution. Oh my God, I'm pissed off now. Anyways, I think that's him trying to create or turn, I guess, black people into white people because he wanted a better society because he lost his brother. That's what he kept mentioning.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, that's stupid because you don't got to be white to have a better society.
I think with that, he wanted his brother to be safe, and he figured, well, if my brother was white, this would have never happened. He would never gotten shot by cops.
I think you own something with that.
Yeah, that's
so
deep.
It's like with how some of us feel as a people, it's like, well, I don't want my kids to go through this, so let me go ahead and have kids with so-and-so because I know they won't be my color, so that they'll be more integrated into society. Some people have that kind of thought process.
Is it?
Really?
Are they more integrated?
Really?
Because
I don't think they're more integrated. I think that's just what they believe because we're made to believe that there's a certain type of person that is better, that has more available to them.
Well, yeah.
No, I don't. Well, I'll speak for myself because I have a biracial child, and I don't feel like any of my reasons was having the child with the mother.
Yeah.
I don't feel like none of my reasons was self-hate. I don't feel like it was me trying to create anything lighter than myself. I just kind of that's I've been, it's kind of like a high school sweetheart type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So she's been around.
Some people do it just because they love that person. That's just what it is. Other people, it can go towards self-hate and like, I don't want this for my child. So I think maybe they touched on that a little bit. That could be a little type of in the back of your mind thing, like, oh, I could see how that could be the case, but it's not with everything.
Well, but I think. So I always say when I'm talking to my French bread, I was like, "You'll never know what
Jesus
it's like."
Christ.
You're back.
This nigga has a new nickname every time.
I always tell her like, "You'll never know what it's like to be black in America."
Right.
Well, first you're from France.
That's the one.
You're not black.
Yeah.
That's two strikes.
Right. So But people who think like, oh, I don't want my kid to go through this, so I'm gonna procreate with someone who's lighter than me, so my kid could be lighter.
That's dumb.
I
I think it's dumb.
I think it's actually more harmful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
when you're black, you're black. When you're white, you're white. But
And
when
there
you're
ain't no turning around from that.
yeah, but when you're mixed, like I watched as I grew up, and I don't know if it's still the same as it is now. Sometimes a mixed kid could have more trouble because they may not be fully accepted by black people. They may not be fully accepted by white people. So they have their own set of struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the mixed kid struggles
Right.
and the black kid struggles.
Right.
So now this parent has inadvertently put two different sets of struggles on this kid when they may only have one.
Yeah.
I think that's a lack of knowledge on their culture and accepting their culture. Like I told the mother of my child, like my daughter's gonna know that she is black, but she's also gonna know she is Filipino.
Right.
Now, whatever side she takes to, I'm gonna be the one to be like, look, I don't give whatever side you connect to the most, cool. But just know you both.
Yeah.
You can't be one more than the other. Nah, it don't work like that because your daddy's black, your mama's Filipino. You're both. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be around both cultures. So accept both cultures. There are gonna be people who, may have black people are more accepting. I'd say that for sure.
Absolutely.
100%. From my experience in life and being around, black people are more accepting when it comes like mixed people who are black. They be like, oh, you a nigga. Like you with us. You with us.
Yeah.
I mean, black people are more accepting in general.
In general,
right?
yeah.
And when I say more accepting, I mean it's a genuine acceptance. Like
We
you are
really fuck with you.
Yeah, you are part of the family now.
Yeah.
Like we really fuck with you.
Like you're adopted into the
Yeah,
culture now.
like for me, like
I think before because I know you about to go on.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why black people get like so like this nigga type when it comes to a biracial person is when they become too excessive with it.
oh yeah,
Like a Colin Kaepernick.
when they're not authentic. When they're not authentic.
It was cool when Colin was kneeling and he had to throw, but when he didn't get in the NFL again and he started like kind of like overdoing it, it was like,
Stop.
Is this theatrical? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this real? Is this like something that you trying to build a brand off of now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when we start to question motherfuckers. But for the most part, I don't know any black people that. I mean, black people talk about everybody. You could be around me. I talk about my cousin because he's short.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about everybody. It don't matter. And I think that sometimes biracial people may take it more of offense because it may be something that they are really dealing with internally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we kind of went off the subject of they cloned Tyrone.
But
But did
that's
we?
how that's how
Did we? Right. Good question.
That's how deep the movie is.
Right.
Like these are, I think, the folks who decided to make this movie
Knew what-
wanted to spark these types of conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie was not just for entertainment. It was for, hey, black people, wake up. Look at what's going on.
Right.
Hey, white people, wake up. Look at what's going on.
Right. I don't even think it's for white people.
At all.
No, but you
I
guys see how
don't-
the white people all had afros?
They all had afros.
and
Dude,
the dude gets to Michael Jackson.
But what's crazy, if you noticed, they all were trying to portray some type of black what's the word I'm looking for? Some type of black, not attribute,
like a
Facade.
trait.
like a black trait.
Yeah.
Afros, listening to Michael Jackson. They love the
Right.
chicken. He was in the office trying to get the black girl.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That was funny.
They love the culture of being black. But their job was to just sit there and make sure that they did what they were supposed to do.
That's actually really deep when you think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
How
Like,
a lot of things that black people do are ripped off to profit from,
but
but there's still that separation.
right, we gonna take what we like what you doing, but we gonna just keep you on that side of the field because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was a damn good movie. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I might watch it again. Now that I've watched it once,
I- 'cause
I
now-
no longer have anxiety, so I can watch it again.
I watched it once, and now that I got like a breakdown of it, I'm gonna sit back and try to watch it like from like a less critical point of view because I'm critical when it comes to any type of movie I watch the first time.
So you're going to watch it for
Yeah.
more entertainment
I'm gonna
this
watch it
time?
for more entertainment this time instead of like analyze it because they cloned Tyrone. The name itself, I was like, all right, hold on. I know. I think I got an idea what this about to be, and I hope it better be. It better not be no bullshit. That's the first thing I said. It better not be no bullshit. And then I watched it. And this first is long as fuck. Actually,
It's
I
like
thought,
2
I
hours.
didn't think it was that long, and I'm like,
It
wait a
didn't
minute,
feel
it's
like
still
2
going?
hours. It
It
didn't
was
feel that.
it was almost 2 hours. Yeah.
yeah, that's how you know it's a good movie.
Yeah.
If it's 2 hours and it didn't feel like it, but I noticed it because I'm like, wow, I'm critically like watching the shit. Like, but it's funny. Again, it's funny how the pimp, the hoe, the drug dealer,
And the pastor.
and the gangs
Yep.
were the ones who stopped everything that went on.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Go say what you gotta say, nigga.
I mean, like, those are the people who have the most influence in our community.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about it, those people, because like Ja Morant, what are you trying to do? Trying to be a thug?
It's funny because my little cousin was at my house the other day. He was like, "I'm John Morant." I said, "You gonna be on parole? You probably got a gun on you right now, little motherfucker."
Yeah, but if you think about it, those are the people who have the most impact and influence on our community. Gang, pimp, hoes,
Yeah.
drug dealers.
Yeah.
Like hoes, that's sex, right? Pimp, that's
I mean, if you look at the world, if you look at the trajectory, like look at the music right now when it comes from female rappers. There's a lot of female rappers that are they really spitting, they can rap, they got great music, and then there's the ones that's being promoted right now that have that.
Sukiyana.
And,
Is that the one?
and Sexy Red, yeah.
Sexy Red.
And they are the ones that's being promoted, and they have the from my knowledge growing up, the whole type. Oh my God, I have no words today. The whole type prototype, the whole prototype. You know, they just like we would be in Richmond, California, in front of the fish market, my grandma's fish market, on Cutting Boulevard. And we would see the Sukianas, the Sexy Reds, the
All that.
What's Blueface Baby Mama, the Krishan type. We would see them, you know what I'm saying, walking up and down, crossing the train tracks, and we knew what time they was on.
Oh yeah.
We knew what time they was on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like, why promote that? And then not even just them, the dope boys, the pimps. You know what I'm saying? Like. We see them up and down in Richmond, Oakland, all type. Uncle Buster House in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see all type of, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, everybody wanted to be, the niggas wanted to be that. The girls grow up and see that, and they transition into that. And now the companies, the corporations are now profiting off of what we grew up wanting to be. And it's ass.
So if you are a dope boy, a pimp, or a hoe, go ahead, get your community, start community organizing.
Man, look.
The thing is, what they even showed in the movie is that those people are way smarter than what.
I was just about to
Wait a minute. So I'm with you on that. And were you done? I'll let you finish.
Go.
Yo, so like, how? I don't think people understand how smart drug dealers are. Yeah, they might get caught eventually, but how?
They the dumbest, smartest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
I don't even think they dumb per se, right?
No, dumb because of that decision to sell the drugs.
Oh yeah, if you want to say that part is dumb.
Yeah.
But how smart do you have to be to run an illegal business, become a multi-millionaire doing it, when you got everything in the society going against you?
Right.
You hella smart.
Right.
They gotta figure out a way to keep you out of regular business.
I feel like if you can run an organization like that, you can run a Fortune 500 company. It's almost parallel.
It's the exact same thing.
It's almost parallel.
It's just that
Different type of work, but it's
you just got two different type of crooks. That's it.
but only reason why I say it's a little bit more type of work because there's more the laws are behind the Fortune 500 company and there's more fine print. There's no fine print in drug dealing. It's either you get it, you be successful at it, or you die or go to jail type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I knew drug dealers who would have construction business so they could pay their taxes.
Yeah, I
You
know.
pay
I
your
know some.
taxes, they less likely to come after you. Until you do something to piss them off, or you stop paying off the cops. I don't know.
But that's with any company. You know what I'm saying? Some of these companies are fucking shell companies that's just, laundering money. Or you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, right. Some. A lot of that Bitcoin shit was that, but we're not gonna talk about that. But not Bitcoin, what is it? Cryptocurrencies. But it's one of them things where it's like if they really just sat down and was like, how can we build the community? Take this game plan, this blueprint, and put it into this, we'll be straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, go get on YouTube, look up people who got out of jail. Look up people who went to jail and then got out, and then see how successful a lot of them are because they just took what they learned from the game or in jail and applied it to the outside. I just had a conversation with one of my homegirl's cousins. I believe it was his cousin yesterday at her birthday party, and he did. I think he said he did 8 years, something like that, and he got out and he started a recycling company, and all he do is go collect cans and recyclable things around. I don't know. I didn't want to get into it because I don't really know the insides or whatever. Mm-hmm. But he said he make a good change, a good nice little pocket full. And he was like, all I'm doing is recycling. He was like, I used to steal. I ain't gonna say. He's like, I used to steal certain things and take it in and sell it, sell the parts and whatever the case may be. I mean, that's a form of recycling. Now I'm actually going to recycle certain things, and I'm getting paid for it, and I write it off, and I'm hiring people that's getting out of prison, and I'm hiring people who, who got felonies and who can't get certain jobs, and he's like, I'm putting people on payroll, and everybody, he's like, people making like $500 a day, and that's just you just coming to work off the yard, like, put some money in your pocket, and I'm like, that's how you take what you learned in the streets and apply it to, I guess you could say corporate, you know what I'm saying, or businesses type shit. So, yeah.
I'm just glad none of those hoes in that movie got kidnapped.
This nigga.
You are really good with these segues. That's a good segue, too.
Shout out to Oscar with the segue.
I've been working on it. They'd be even better if y'all stop pointing them out.
No, I just think
They'd be even better if they stop pointing them out.
You right. Carlee Russell. Let me see. Let me look up an article on Well, I'm gonna just say what's been going on. So basically, long story short, this woman named Carlee Russell, she was quote unquote kidnapped. She was missing for like 2 days. They put out an APB out on her. Her mom was going crazy looking for her. She ended up coming back. She ended up being found or whatever the case may be. And the reason why she said she got kidnapped was because she said she was looking for a baby that was on the freeway, I guess.
On the side of the road.
On the side of the road.
Yeah.
So she pulled over and she was looking for the baby. And she called in 911, made a whole complaint about it. And now people are, it's not allegedly anymore. She's a bold-faced fucking lie. And they did an investigation, and I want to know what y'all thoughts on it.
My first thought was when it first happened, it was great seeing how much coverage there was getting for a black woman going missing because black women and children are going missing at alarming rates, and there normally isn't any type of coverage at all until it's way too late. So to see everybody band together and that there was that coverage was cool. To see that it was all for nothing is very disappointing because it's like, well, what if this type of situation happens again? Will we get that same reaction, everybody coming together to help find somebody, or will they think that this is a hoax too?
Right. Oscar?
That shit was a hot ass mess. And I've been cursing more on the podcast. I had to apologize to everybody out there on YouTube land. My bad. But it was just a hot mess. It's like, if you needed attention from people, just go and ask for the attention, right? Because, like, I don't know why she did it.
I heard it was for something about her ex-boyfriend or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard, too.
Allegedly. We'll say
yeah,
allegedly.
I heard something about that, too. But my thing is, if you need attention from somebody and that's all you could do to get attention from that specific person, you need to choose better.
Yeah, for sure.
And that we could go back to what I was talking about, Cal. You don't get rewarded for building yourself. So if she was a person that had done more internal work, she probably would not be seeking someone else's attention that much, where she has to create some type of hoax.
I think she would. I think some people just wire like that.
And it could be mental illness.
Yeah, some people. That's what I meant when I said
wire like that.
Wire like that. I think some people just wire like that.
But that's what I mean. It's like, we got to create a space in our society so people who are mentally ill can get the help and attention that they need.
Yeah.
Nobody's admitting that, especially
What?
women, that they need
That they need help.
mental health.
I feel like a lot of people are admitting it nowadays, especially women. I feel like women are the ones garnering that get some therapy type. Well, maybe some people are doing it just to
A lot of women do. A lot of women. I be on the dating apps and they be
They
like,
do until you hold them
therapy.
accountable for something.
I could see that.
yes.
That's what I mean
see
when I
that.
say that.
Okay.
Because I want to know who's going to hold this woman accountable for wasting our fucking time. Right. Because there's too many real stories, like Tajai mentioned. There's too many real stories about black women being kidnapped and we not finding them, or we do find them and something ends up happening to them. We just find their bodies type shit. And then you got the whole world or United States looking at you, all for you to have been Googling ways to disappear and going to the store and getting snacks and shit.
Yeah.
and like what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like whoever was highlighting the story to try to bring that to the attention, and it backfired. And now we look crazy. So now when we searching for actually missing black women, in the back of people's heads, and when I say people, I mean
The majority.
them, the majority, it's going to be like, is it a cry wolf now?
Yeah.
But
know?
hold on. And I'm going to say this, and I know it doesn't matter that I feel this way. I don't think that's a fair thing for anyone to do, right? Because
I get you, but people
that's
are
what's
people.
going to happen. That's
people
what's
are
gonna
people.
Yeah.
Let's be real about people and their emotions. We all slighted, slanted, tainted, biased. You know, we all have a bias when it comes to certain things that we align with and we don't align with. It's just that simple. You know, like they just giving them more ammo to be like,
oh, we don't. You know, see what happened last time, so
right?
Yeah.
And all it
nothing
takes
this time.
and all it take is one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put everybody in. Now you're putting everybody in jeopardy. It's a chain of fucking reaction. Like, you know, you do XYZ, then you have the trajectory of it is, we don't know, but most of the time it's not good.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, dog, like, it's like a fucking Jesse Smollett. Like, nigga,
I forgot about that.
you did all that to be like, oh, you know, these Trump supporters, they were homophobic and racist, and then it ended up being two Nigerian niggas paid to do that, and they end up telling on you.
Get the point. Like, what was that supposed to show that we didn't already know?
To show there's racist, homophobic people in the Trump rallies and stuff like that. But we know
already knew
that, right? Like, what the fuck? Like,
They actually say it, so you didn't need to do it.
they don't care. They'll tell you, like, take your ass back over there. Like, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like, dog, like, now people are looking at the gay black males with, you know, like, that with like kind of like a side eye type shit. Like, are you really going through this? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's I hate it. I hate it all. Y'all take it away on that. I just hate it because I'm gonna get upset.
I think we all kind of. This is not something that any of us disagree on.
True.
It was a hot ass mess.
Yeah. Fortunately, I think because I know how women are. Women love to come together.
Better be careful with that statement.
No, I'm saying it.
Oh, you know how women are.
You know how women are, and it's a good thing though. They come together to back each other.
That's true.
Women will come together in numbers to back each other. Like, come on now, they was out there in the slut walk. I wouldn't walk in nothing if a man was like, "We all sluts and let's go out to the middle of the street and say we nigga slut walk." I'm not nigga, no, I'm not no slut, but I get your
Not a
point.
hoochie daddy.
The hoochie daddy walk.
That was
The HD,
I would support
the
that.
HDW,
I would
the
support
HDW.
that. The hoochie daddy walk.
But you know what I'm saying? Women support women, but also on the backhand of that, I don't think women also.
Like the echo chamber.
I don't want to say echo chamber because some of it is actually like genuine.
Yeah.
I think of echo chamber as like you just jumping on with the bandwagon.
I feel like some men think that when women support each other, it's like an echo chamber, and we're just enabling each other.
I do agree with what you just said. Some men do think that. But what I don't want to say that's what I was getting to because I wasn't. But I just think they support each other tight, but they also don't hold each other accountable when shit like this happens. But because that's what I was going off what you just said, I haven't seen a lot of women being
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
This is some bullshit. This is some straight bullshit, and she need to be handled with however they gonna handle with it. So that's what I want to give a round of applause to the women for holding her accountable.
Well, I think the women are holding her accountable because they're like, what if that was me? What if that was my sister? What if that was
Right.
my cousin? What
Right.
if that was my daughter? What
Right.
if that was my mother?
Right.
So I think they are gonna hold her accountable for this because they're trying to, for good reason, protect their best interest.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got a topic I didn't put on. I didn't let y'all know for a reason because I was debating if I wanted to get into it.
Oh, here it comes.
But I'm gonna get into it because I'm me. So
He trolling now.
I'm not trolling at all.
Not trolling?
So there has been this comedian. There's a comedian and this other influencer, Jess Hilarious.
Oh, I just heard about that.
Ooh, you heard about? I just heard about it today too. I just heard about it today too. So basically, it's a transgender woman. Man that changed to a woman is a transgender woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transgender woman. Okay.
Feminine?
Transgender woman saying that women are gatekeeping periods because they're trying to say not only women can have periods or should be able to have periods or something like that, and then Jess Hilarious came out and was like, no, bitch, we're women, we have periods, and Jess is hella funny, so she's like saying all the bunch of stuff, but. You heard what I said. But let me finish this. You heard what I said.
Okay.
Let me finish this. You heard what I said. Jess Hilarious is like, basically we're women, we're biological women, and we have periods, and we don't even want the periods. And for you to say we're gatekeeping periods is dumb as hell because we're women, and that's what women have. So they're going back and forth about that. We have a woman on here, and I want to get her.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
we putting you on the spot.
On the spot. Tell us how you feel
Put
about
your
that.
ass on the spot.
So I actually heard about this today when I was watching a video from Jessie Woo, and I feel like she explained it in a really simple way of like, okay, we have cisgendered women that have periods, right? We also have trans men that have periods too because they went from
A woman
to
to a
man.
man, right?
So it's not necessarily gatekeeping periods. It's just like if you were born a woman,
Right.
of course you're going to have a period.
Right.
If
Right.
you were a man that changed to a woman, you're not going to have a period. So what is it gatekeeping really?
Right. Oscar. He like, I'm gonna stay out this one.
No, I just
I just think it's another war that's being fought for no reason. Like what's the divisiveness that's going on? We have men against women. We have
Black
trans
men against
women,
black.
black
Right.
men.
We got it all.
It's just too much. We don't need another.
can the black community just get together and do what happened in that movie? Like, all right,
Oh, yeah.
let's focus on that.
Right.
Like I feel like everybody should have rights. They should have equal rights, all be equally protected under the law. Let's get there and let's focus on stuff that's going to move the needle forward.
Right.
Saying another sex or whatever is gatekeeping periods, I don't know. I am unsure how that moves the needle forward. And I would like to be educated about how that moves the needle forward and helps everyone in general, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I didn't call it what it is. It doesn't.
Because like if you go back and you look at when they did all the black people did voting rights and everything, I mean that helped white women too, right? So
yes.
that moved the needle
Yes.
forward.
Yeah.
So as a society, we need to focus on things that moves the needle forward for everyone, and stop having these situations where I feel like this is just a thing to be a distraction.
I feel like it's harmful.
Yeah.
It's harmful because it strips women of their womanhood.
How?
Because now they have to fight with people who were born as a man to have, quote unquote, something that men are not born with. Yeah, that makes sense. Like a born man is fighting with a woman for something that a woman does not even want probably to begin with. This is something that they deal with. I hear a lot of women say it's that time of the month and they get irritated, they get fussy. It's not something that they enjoy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're fighting for something that nobody enjoys, and that's a part of, for me as a man, looking from the outside in as a man, that's a part of being a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So here's
it comes with
I think that's the whole argument, is that cisgender women are saying that having a period is what makes them a woman, and then trans women are saying that that shouldn't be the only thing that makes you a woman. I think that's the whole argument.
Well, so I think that argument's crazy there.
everybody want to be so goddamn inclusive. This shit is getting out of hand.
So
oh my
that,
God.
that argument that you said,
and I say that, but I don't care who you want to be. I don't care who you lay in a fucking bed with. None of my business. But when it starts to affect everybody around you, like, dog, what we talking about?
well, but here's my thing. I don't even know how is that true that that's what's being said, because my understanding from my friends that I have in that community, you identify what you say you are is what you are.
Right.
It does not matter what you got between your legs. It does
Right.
not matter what you present to the world. If someone sits up here and they look like a man, but they say I'm a woman, that person is now a woman, and there's nothing that anybody can say about it.
That's
So
not true though.
how's that not true?
Because if you got a dick between your legs,
No,
bro,
so-
you
but
like
look.
you can't.
So steps.
You can be who
Well,
you like. You can be who you like. You can
if
be who you want to
someone-
be.
Like
You
so
can be who
hold
you want to
on,
be.
Hold on,
but
hold
you
on.
can't deny the factual
Well,
proof of what
But that's what I'm saying.
this person may or may not be.
Back up, cousin. I don't agree with you on this, and here's why. Because my understanding from people in that community, if someone says, I am this, and this is how I identify as a woman.
That's a slippery slope.
I'm not saying
That's
not
why
saying
we
it's
here.
not. I'm not saying it's
That's
not.
why, but that's why we here and we having this discussion right now. It's a slippery slope.
But the only reason I brought that point up is, if that's the case, if a person is whatever they say they are, then how are women gatekeeping periods to make them not a woman if they could just say I'm a woman and that's how we gotta treat them and that's how we gotta look at them? Like, I don't understand.
Wait, who?
Huh?
Wait, who?
Society.
Wait, no. Who says that woman we got to treat her like one?
Anyone.
The trans person or the woman?
Anyone. It could be a cisgender woman or a trans woman. If they say they're a woman, they're a woman. From what my understanding is. And no one could tell them differently.
Okay.
Their gender identity. That's the whole gender
Yeah,
identity
gender
thing.
identity. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why
I respect. And I'm having the conversation. But I respect it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I will choose. Like, it's I'm me. So you know, if if I deal with you how I deal with you, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. You know, I'm not here to please anybody. I'm not here to be like, no, I'm not doing that. Depending on our relationship, I respect whatever, you know what I'm saying, the situation may be. I have trans friends. I have queer friends. I have gay cousins. I deal with it all. You know what I'm saying? I've been around it all, and I don't feel uncomfortable because I know who I am. So I don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't shake my table at all. But it just is getting to a point to where too much inclusion can cause harm to a lot of things. Just like how I even talk about with the black community, like, why do we want to be over there so bad when we can create our own?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I feel like trans people, if you guys can be who you guys can be in that community, but you can't force everybody else to be okay or go along with what you believe.
I think they should have the same legal protections as any other person.
Yeah, and I don't think they should be harmed at all.
Right.
I'm not saying that.
Well, no, I know. I'm
but just
clarifying.
yeah, I'm putting that out. I don't think anybody should be harmed,
Right.
put in danger, like none of that. Because no. People have the right to believe what they want to believe, and that's it. Period. Point blank.
You have a right to safety,
Yep.
and outside of that, what I believe is my business and what you believe is your business.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to say with those less words. With less words.
That's the thing, though. Just people all up in other people's business. If everybody just minded their business,
Right.
we
Like
wouldn't be having these issues.
if you want to
Transition.
into a woman, that's fine. But don't attack other women because they say I'm a woman and I have a period. That's my whole point. Like, what are we talking about? Like, bro, just, and I say bro like general, but bro, like just,
Yeah.
just if you want to be a woman, live your life as a woman. Why do you need to attack everybody else to feel like a woman? Then that means, to me, it's like you're projecting. You don't feel like a woman. And that's when, that's when I start to think like,
I think this goes back to self-work that I talked about earlier.
Look at it going back to
Look
the
at it
beginning.
going back.
Yeah,
That's
so
our-
because like you transition and then you do whatever work you need to do internally to be happy with what you choose to be.
because I know some trans people that I know a trans man, she trans. Oh my God, I gotta get this shit together if I'm gonna be on the mic. She went from born woman to trans man, and she has no problem with being around like other men that speak the way we speak. Holding my nuts and they get straight into the conversation to be laughing and joining in. There's no problem. Like when you have that man talk, like what I'm saying, like fuck these hoes and bitches, something like that, because men we talk to each other. It's brutal.
Oh, I bet.
And that person didn't have any problem with the conversation. For me, I just feel like it's always the men. From my eyes, correct me if I'm wrong. From my eyes, it's the men that transition to the women that are doing the most fighting for something, if that makes sense. That's how I see it. Because most of my, like I said, most of my friends who are trans men, they be like, I ain't got shit to do with me. Like you could bust a nut through your thing. Shit, all right, well I still get hoes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're like,
I still get hoes. Like it is what it is. Like I ain't tripping off that. Like they got bag your bitch. That's how they be coming. So it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like
Again, I promise you, this goes back to self-work because like the people you hang out are probably secure in themselves.
and granted, they have went through hardship. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take that away from them. Going through that transition and being open about who they see themselves as and the people around them. Because we even had this discussion with my religion preference. I had to deal with my family about me, converting from Christian to Islam. So I had to deal with that. So I can only imagine if I was to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be a woman now. I can only imagine what that journey can be.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking that away from them. I'm just like, dog, just like respect the game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever game you choose to play in life, respect it. That's the only way you can go get forward. Everybody's so quick to try to be inclusive and try to change stuff. It's just like, dog, just play the game real quick. Understand why the pieces of the puzzle are there on that board. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause some of this, like I said, I just feel like it's some of this we gotta protect. We have to protect the women, as well, cause then they're gonna be hollering we don't protect women. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Y'all take it away.
I have a trolling.
Y'all take it away.
I have a trolling question, but I'm gonna ask that off camera first.
Nah, hell no. I can edit this out. I can edit it out.
Let's just move on.
Let's just move on. Oh, okay.
I think we have towed this line long enough.
So shout out to everybody out there. I don't care if you're trans man, trans woman, LGBTQ plus A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm trolling now. Oh well. I love y'all. Tap like
What do they call them? The rainbow alphabet, or is it
the alphabet mob.
Yeah,
The alphabet mob. Shout out to the alphabet mob. I love y'all. I treat everybody as people. You know this. This. I treat everybody as people. I treat everybody equal. I love everybody. But, certain things I don't agree with, and that's fine.
I think that's the issue.
We can't agree to disagree.
Agree with something. We all have to agree to everything or else we're wrong.
Right. And I don't like that. I don't like
And that's
that.
with everything, not even with this topic here, just with everything. You can't
Yeah.
say, oh, I like to eat ice cream after sushi. Oh, you like to do that? But like, why can't
You
I just
can't even say
what?
you don't like nobody's music without being a hater.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I just don't like the music. Like, I didn't say I didn't like him or her.
Right.
Like, I didn't say I hate their career. I just said I just
Right.
didn't like the song. Like, what we talking about?
It's just I think with social media and how it's played out over the years is that people feel like they have the right to have an opinion on everything just because it's there. When it's like you could just keep it to yourself.
And
You can just move on.
Mm-hmm.
Not follow that person. Not look at their stuff.
opinions is like an asshole.
Everybody got one.
Everybody has one. So it's like, so the fuck what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if we all don't have to like pizza. We all don't have to like sushi. We all don't have to like, I don't know, Michael Jordan shoes. Everybody's not gonna think Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Some people think LeBron is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Some people think, I don't know,
People
fucking.
think I'm the GOAT.
So, womp womp womp. Where we at? We moving on from this. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the Alphabet Mob. Everybody, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to y'all. We gonna give y'all a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Where we at? What we on?
I'm chilling. Like we didn't cover 4 topics.
The what?
What?
The chicken Dubai.
Y'all gotta tell me about this.
yeah,
I haven't.
The chicken Dubai.
What's going on with the chicken Dubai?
So chicken Dubai. Chicken
If I-
Dubai.
if-
sound-
if
chicken
I-
Dubai sounds good. I don't
I
know
feel
what.
like that would be good with some naan bread.
Oh my God, some chicken Dubai.
chicken Dubai.
You ever had chicken Dubai?
I don't know what y'all talking
Chicken
about.
Dubai. It's like in a bowl.
Chicken Dumbori?
Chicken Dubai.
Sure, whatever.
He didn't get the joke. It's okay. My cousin a little slow. So I got the black woman still detained in Dubai for screaming in public faces jail time.
I think I heard about that.
A social media influencer and truck driver from Texas has been struck in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Is it Emirates?
Yeah.
Emirates for 2 months after being arrested for allegedly screaming in public. Tierra Young Allen, a 29-year-old from Houston, could now face prison time, according to her mother, Tina Baxter, who spoke with local news. The mother said it's very scary, who shared that the trip turned terrifying from her daughter when she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into a car accident in Dubai.
So she started yelling after the accident?
No, I'm just trying to skim through to get to what happened, per se. Baxter said things did not go smoothly when the daughter went to the rental car company to retrieve her ID and the items left in the car, but I guess they weren't trying to give it to her. And then she ended up yelling because they was trying to charge her some money. That's what it is. They were trying to charge her some money, and she said she couldn't pay them because their IDs and everything was still left in the car.
Yeah.
So she started yelling. They started yelling. The police got called. She got arrested. What do y'all think about that?
So I'm gonna jump right in on this. When you go to somebody else's hood, you better act accordingly.
Hello.
Look, how I was raised, you don't go somewhere unless you got a reason to be there.
Right.
And when you get there, you better figure out how them people act over there.
Right.
So nothing bad happens to you.
Right.
So let me clear this up. I think it's wrong for her to be incarcerated over this situation, right? I think it's wrong in the sense of like I hope she could come home, right?
Okay.
I hope she could come home. I hope she could come home safely. I hope nothing bad happens to her over there. Having said that, if you go to a country and you gotta understand what that country's like. You gotta understand what their rules are. You gotta understand and you gotta follow their laws. And you gotta act accordingly. Like, there's a reason why when you go to the mosque in Abu Dhabi, they make women be covered from head to toe. Because that's
And they have
their
stuff
culture.
there for you to do that if you don't come that way.
Yeah, that's their culture. You have to respect their culture. You in their hood.
Inshallah.
You gotta play by their rules. And it's like, yo, like I wish there had been someone with her that could be like, yo, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. We not at home. This ain't the US. We can't act like that here. Because when I go overseas and I travel overseas, I be chilling.
But why is it okay to act like that in general?
It's not okay to act like that in general.
Right.
It's not okay to act like that in general.
That's my issue.
But if you are gonna act like that, know when and where to do it, so you don't jeopardize your
Take your ass
your
home
safety.
if you want to act like that.
Especially in a place that's more reserved and harder on women.
Your hood.
They what? It's a Muslim ran country, so they won't. Go ahead, Tajai. Go ahead.
No, but definitely you have to know where you're going, what the laws are, what the rules are. People just want to travel overseas without doing the work to see what you can and can't do over there, because the United States is so much freer than other places.
There's a DJ over there right now. He's still probably locked up. He got 10 years for bringing less than an ounce of weed.
What?
Right. Same thing with Brittany Griner. She went over there and she had the weed pen, and it's like, dog, when you travel, certain things aren't.
You should not take.
Like, cause I've traveled the world. I got 2 passports. I done been to like 10 plus, 15 plus countries. I done been to all the major cities, probably mostly in the world and in the States. I travel very delicate because I don't know all the laws of the land. So
because you enjoy your freedom.
Right. I enjoy my freedom here in the States, and I enjoy my freedom. I was in China one time, and I'll never forget, I was teaching dance class. I was in China, and this one I did smoke weed. I was like, y'all got some weed? They all looked at me crazy. They was like, nah, you can't smoke here. I was like, so it's illegal? They was like, yeah, like you'll get time. Like it was another dancer that came here and had a joint, and he got 2 years in China just for having a joint. And imagine being in a damn Chinese jail that probably nobody speak English, and I just got to do 2 years basically of solitude because
I learned Chinese. You learn some Mandarin then.
who said they gonna fuck with me like that? Even if I do learn Cantonese or Mandarin, who said they gonna accept me?
They probably not.
So it's like, for me, I feel like for her situation, it's like, first off, lower your fucking tone. Stop screaming. Stop thinking you could just do whatever you want to. Cause if a man yell at another man, then it's one or two options. Either we're gonna walk away, we're gonna agree to disagree, or we're gonna handle it like men handle it. And you know what I mean when I say that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean when I say that shit. You got to conduct yourself in a proper manner wherever you go. And here's the kicker. Some previous friends of hers that came out and said this ain't the first time she did this. They got video of her doing the same shit in Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic. I can't remember. It was one of them. There's been incidences of her getting into arguments with people abroad. And it's like, dog, like you got a track record, and now you want people to, another cry wolf situation. You want people to come to your aid, but it's like you setting yourself up for failure every single time. So again, like you said, you keep reiterating through this pod, do the inner work.
I was just about to say that. I was like, work on yourself, people.
And then work on yourself and get better, because it's like you did all that, and now you crying for everybody back home to come save you. And now more information is coming out, and now it's like, we got to wash our hands with this because you kind of set yourself up for this.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Sometimes you have to let people sit in their own turmoil so they'll really learn. You can't save everybody because you could be saving them from something they need to learn from.
Isa, should I save her? I want to be saved. I don't know who's more wrong, me or y'all.
I don't think nobody's wrong. Actually, I think it was a group effort. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It sucks that she said she has to go through that. But like Tajai said, some people might need to go. This might be her,
what I hope
her act right.
Yeah, what I hope for her, I hope she comes home safely, doesn't get no hard time.
Right.
And with that, I hope she learns.
I hope she gets enough time to learn.
To learn, yeah.
She gets enough time to learn, sit down. Because I know, I don't know who said this on the podcast. I think it was Ja Rule.
Ja Rule's on the podcast?
On the Math Hoffa podcast.
What would I be without my baby?
This nigga said he thinks every young man should go to prison or go to jail.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with you, Ja.
I don't
know about that.
That shit's out there. I get the premise. I get what he's saying. Because it does kind of like, it can discipline you a little bit.
But that's extreme.
But sometimes you go
Some
through
people
extreme
need
shit.
extreme.
You get extreme results, and you know, because like they got rules, like rules. Like some cellies, they don't allow you to stand and piss up. They don't allow you to stand and piss. You either got to sit down or take a knee, and a lot of men don't want to sit down because it's like emasculating. So they take a knee in front of the toilet and piss on the thing.
What
Their
cellmate says they have to do that?
Yeah, because if you pee, you know how when you stand up and pee, the water splashes out.
Yeah.
They live, they sleep, and they eat
yeah,
in
that
that
makes
same
sense.
cell.
That makes
Why
sense.
would you want piss splashes?
Yeah.
So that like it's like you learn certain things. Like when I found that out, it made me clean my bathroom more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like, okay, I know I pissed because it's now that thought is in your head. Even though I know the thought is in your head, like you take a piss with shorts on, sometimes.
Stop.
When you take a piss with shorts on, sometimes it might splash your leg.
Hit the leg.
Tajai like, what the hell they talking about, right? So I get it. But yeah, I don't agree that niggas should be just going to jail. Maybe serve some military time. I believe that.
That would be helpful.
I think that would be helpful.
That could be helpful.
Like a boot camp?
Yeah.
Or even a boot camp. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you don't have to go out, but you have to be serving.
You have to train.
That's serve. But I mean that's still serving though. Once you
Yeah.
train, you go through the program, you serve. I think North Korea and South Korea does it. South Korea does it. Every man has to serve in the military for 2 years. Even them BTS niggas, all them famous, for real, everybody had to serve.
Wow.
It was the what group was it? It was another Korean pop group that they had to, they told their fans we had to take a break because we had to go serve in our military.
Nice.
Yeah, they'll go damn how famous you are. Bring your ass to this military because them niggas up north, they tripping.
That is humbling right there.
They tripping. It's very humbling, but if you see the culture in Korea and because I've been there, you would
More disciplined.
You would understand.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, but then COVID.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just gonna go real left.
All right, go ahead.
Are we gonna talk about anything relationship wise since we got a woman on the podcast?
We can. I mean,
Like,
shit,
are
we
gonna,
can.
Are we gonna troll a
My
little
favorite
bit?
topic.
we
Is it-
can.
what-
We
oh,
can.
I love
Is it really-
relationship topic.
Is it really your favorite topic?
Man, look, Oscar, go ahead, take it away.
All right. So I have
we
a
covered
question.
everything. We good.
I have a question, and we're gonna be real quick. I got like some appointments I gotta handle.
This nigga.
Are you monogamous or non-monogamous?
Oh
I'm
shit.
monogamous.
All right. So, what's your opinion about people who decide to practice non-monogamy?
I feel like first and foremost, they need to be honest about practicing non-monogamy and choose people that also want to practice non-monogamy.
Did she get you there? I think she stumped you.
She didn't stomp me. It's just a very
A rare thing.
no. It's not rare. She does inner work, so I would assume that she'd have like a very good answer to that question.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you getting to, nigga? Go ahead. Finish
No,
it out.
that I don't know.
He thought he had you.
He
No,
thought
I
He thought he had you.
No, I didn't think I.
So
had
what
it,
you
but-
feel about? She was like, I mean, nigga, do what you gonna do.
I
That's
thought
basically what
about
she said.
practicing non-monogamy, but I'm like, no.
What stopped
I'm
you?
too
To what?
territorial. I don't want to share the person that I have.
Mm.
And then a lot of times men like for it to be one-sided. And if you want to have the relationship open on your end, it needs to be open on my end too.
But what if it is though? You heard what she said? Mm-hmm. But what
So
if it is though?
What if you meet a man who says, "Yo, I'm non-monogamous. I date multiple women and everything, and you could do whatever the hell you want to. Just be honest and upfront with me, and whatever we decide we have is what we have." What would be your response then?
I would be accepting of that because he was upfront, like, thank you. And I might even try it to see if it will work for me.
And what's
because you might
crazy?
as well try to see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Oh, and what's crazy? Most women that I've talked to that ask that some of that questions, they say what you said.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
don't
the thing.
don't lie, nigga. Just I might say yeah, I might say no, but at least give me the option.
The option. And a lot of times we're not given the option to say we would be up for something or not, because a lot of times men have been punished for how they were because this wasn't as open as a topic as it is now.
Right.
So they feel like they have to lie and then double back and say, oh, well, this is how I am, when they could have just been upfront
Right.
from the get-go.
So you made a comment about being territorial, and you don't like. Did you say you don't like to share?
Yeah, I don't like to share.
Selfish ass.
So let me ask you this though: do you think you have the right to say I share this person or not?
No, and I don't mean territorial like this is my person. I have to have them at all times. I just mean like when it comes to that emotional bond and that physical bond, I don't feel like that should be shared with anybody else, especially the physical bond. I don't want my person to feel like they're tied down to, like, I'm their only person. I want them to have their own life, have their own friends, have their own goals, and have that. And then I'm here to be their partner and help them with that type of stuff.
So is it your thought that you can only have that type of romantic or intimate bond with just one person? Do you think it's not possible to have that type of bond with multiple people?
I think it depends on the person. Some people are only able to have it with that one person because it's a lot of work to try to, well, for some people it can be a lot of work. Like with me, I'm not the type of person that can have a roster anymore. When I was younger, that was fun. It was what it was. But now, like, talking to multiple people and having to keep up with all of that is very emotionally taxing. And I cannot do that. But some people can, and that's fine. It's just not me.
Do you think intimate relationships all have to be to the extreme though? Because like when I hear people talk about, oh, I can only have this type of bond with one person and everything, I think there's like levels and degrees to every type of relationship.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's the whole thing with the 7 different types of love. I forgot what all of them were. I just remember agape, which is that romantic type of love, right? You could have different types of love with different types of people, but I feel like I would only want that agape love with one person because that's me to my fullest ability to love you in its entirety. Like I love people for different things, different reasons. I love my family, how I love my family. I love my friends, how I love my friends. And I want to love my partner with all of me. That's a different type of love.
How are you loving your partner with all of you if you got your love going with your
Cause
family
you
and
give me
friends?
all of me.
I give you all
Of you.
I think it's a different type of all because with those type of relationships, there can be some restrictions. Like I'm not going to be my full self with my family because I'm not really able to. I can't be everything to my friends either, but maybe it's just a matter of the different parts of me are available to different people is what I'm trying to say. But I want all of me.
all of your romantic love,
Like everything.
everything.
All of me that I encompass to be for my partner, but parts of me are for my friends and my family.
So can I ask you this? You can be everything for the man that you are involved with.
No, I can't be everything for them.
She's honest. She's honest. I like this.
So let me ask you this. Then, so you just said like, and correct me if I'm wrong or if I've misunderstood something you said.
You're wrong and you misunderstood something she said.
Okay. So you said you want that person to give you all of them. You're gonna give them all of you, but you may not be able to be everything for them.
How I think of it is a little different, right? When I'm talking about when we say be everything for that person, I don't think you can be everything for a person because I have my friends for certain things that I do with them. I come to my family with certain things and I have my partner for certain things, right? But when it comes to love, that's a different type of thing for me because love is it's a different type of source, right? When people talk about being everything for their partner, they're talking about being their therapist, their cook, their ear, whatever, right? I can't be all of that for one person, but I can love you with all of me to try to do what I can for you that I'm able to, but I don't expect you to be everything for me, and I don't expect me to be everything for you. But just know that my love is always there for you.
It's interesting.
Damn. She's good.
No, yeah,
She's good.
She's good, but
That girl good.
so if
Figure it out, nigga.
no, I'm thinking about the best way
It's
to
the first
phrase
time, last first time I seen this nigga speeches like this when it comes to something like this.
Well, no, because you can tell she's thought about this, right?
Yeah.
This is not like
Well thought.
yeah, it's well thought out. So it's just like, but my curiosity is for you, what separates a friendship and a romantic partner? What's the separation there? Because like a lot of times, those can be two very close things.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So what's the separation for you?
I feel like for me, it's more of the physical. I'm not going to get physical with my friends, but I'm going to get physical with my partner. And that is a different type of opening yourself up to somebody.
So would
Just
it?
thought about this.
Huh?
Just thought about this.
She's thought about it a lot.
Thought about this
So-
shit a lot.
So
And that's why journaling is important.
so is it safe to say that like that you've had an emotional bond similar to love with multiple people? Because you just said the separation between friendship and romantic is the physical piece of it, right? So have you had the same emotional bond,
I think we got her. I think we got her.
romantic and friendship?
I think we got her.
And if you had, and if have you ever had a male friend where if you just added sex, y'all be dating?
I think we got her.
Because basically what you just said.
I tried that and didn't work.
Okay, I
So
think.
no.
Damn it.
I learned from there that no, it's not always going to be like that.
Right. So, is it possible to have a romantic relationship that doesn't involve sex?
Yeah.
So then you're cheating.
Emotional cheating.
Look at me trying to get her.
Well, no.
I'm trying to get her.
It's not even.
I'm trying to get her. She's well equipped here. I'm trying to find the loop.
It's not.
The loophole.
It's not even about it being cheating or whatever. But I just think it's interesting where, if your definition of what separates a really close friend that you even have an emotionally romantic bond with is just sex, is it possible that like to look at, because when I look at non-monogamy, sex is just a piece of it, right?
Yeah, sex isn't everything because some people with non-monogamous relationships, they just date other people and get that type of bond from them. It's not always just sex. It's just that type of connection you have with that person.
Right. And you said you could have that type of connection with multiple people.
Yeah,
So are you non-monogamous and don't even know it?
I think I am.
I could be.
You could be.
I think I
I
am.
feel like that's gotten me in trouble in my past relationships was like,
Did somebody just admit that they getting in trouble in the past? Yeah.
She is a very evolved person.
She is a very evolved person. Jeez. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
that
I'm just
just
highly
that
impressed.
emotional type of thing. Like you can have that closest and emotional bond with another person even though you're with somebody and it really
Do you feel like you can be in love with two people at the same time?
you can. I feel like you can.
She's involved. She's involved. She's an involved woman.
She non-monogamous. She just needs
She
to get
just don't
somebody.
know it. She just don't
just
know
need
it.
to get-
I might be.
Look,
I thought about it, but I
Are
don't
we
know.
converting? Are we converting people?
No.
Like it's a religion. Are we converting people?
No, so I don't think people could be converted to non-monogamy or monogamous. They might naturally evolve one way or another for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Right?
Let me ask you this question. Do you think monogamy is taught?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
It's taught in schools. It's taught in religion. And what's
Not
the corner?
mine.
But
That's true. That's true.
Not mine.
but most U.S. religions,
Mm-hmm.
monogamy is taught, and religion is the cornerstone of the U.S. It has on our money. In God we trust.
Yeah.
So monogamy is inherent to the U.S.
But
religion.
even in the Bible, most of God's favorite people have multiple wives. They don't mention that a lot.
Oh no, because people use the Bible as a tool to push their agenda. So they're only going to mention the parts of the Bible that push their agenda.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just like
Every kiss begins
Like-
with K.
so for a long time, all throughout my 20s and early 30s, I thought I was a dirtbag cheater.
You were
No, well,
under the laws of the circumstances.
under
you
the
were.
laws of the circumstances,
Under dishonesty, yeah.
yeah.
He didn't want to say that. He want to bring it. He was like, yeah, well,
You know, I had
Dirtbag.
a don't
Dirtbag.
ask, don't tell policy with my ex, which I think those are terrible for
shit.
for non-monogamy, monogamy, everything. And they're terrible if both people don't believe in it.
Yeah.
If both people truly believe in it, then I think it's okay, right? And I think that's
Nigga think he the U.S. Army. Don't ask, don't tell. Oh, this nigga think he
Secret
is.
missions.
Right, this nigga think he is, Tajai.
when I found out about non-monogamy, I was pissed that no one ever told me about this. I was like, you mean As long as I'm honest, I can handle my life however I want to. Mine.
Right. If I was if I ran a company like a $1 million company that involved women, I would actually try to promote non-monogamy as much as possible. Cause hell yeah, just imagine a nigga going in the cage jewelry and buying 5 rings. Like he said, hey, look, hey, I'm non-monogamous. I got 5 women that I'm about to propose to. That'll be my wives. Can you help me out? What? 5 rings in one day? I just got a promotion. 5 rings in one day. Valentine's Day.
So all
Birthdays, Christmas, everything is triple. I mean, like, come on.
Look,
This is a capitalistic country.
right, that's what I'm saying.
I will be promoting non-monogamous.
And instead of, oh, I just buy my main girl something. Now I got to buy all my women something. So
Right.
You spending more money. Like, yeah. Look, capitalistic U.S. promote non-monogamy to help your bottom line.
I'm finally behind this nigga. He going out. Look at he putting out ads in the podcast. We promote. Go get your non-monogamous ass outside and get some chicken and watch They Cloned Tyrone.
I appreciate having this conversation. It was a really good conversation. The non-monogamy part. I wish we had what.
Well, that's because most women we talk to they're 100% monogamous. We believe in this. I want to share. I don't want to share my part. Like kind of what you said, but just to the extreme. Like I don't want to share my partner with nobody. They do this, and I'm done. Like, cause I have a wide range of. I was gonna ask you too. What's love to you? By the way, before I go on my rant.
That's a difficult answer.
You
honestly.
don't have to give it all, but just your idea. Just give us a little
Love
bit.
to me is basically being able to be yourself without feeling judged, being comfortable, and able to grow with that person through adversity or whatever.
Oh, this nigga talking about she didn't know. Look at her. Hitting us with a whammy. She came prepared. Okay.
Look, for all y'all out in podcast land, if you want to know what self-work can do for you, look right here.
Hold on, let me put the camera on you.
Look right here. This is what self-work can do for you. So get the journaling. Get the journaling.
Get those journals.
Journaling.
Meditate.
Do you sell journals?
Time by yourself. No, but I thought about
You should.
Because
Stop. That's an off-air conversation. Okay. That's an off-air conversation. I already knew where you was going. That's an off-air conversation that we will have. Just be looking for her journals coming out soon. Love. I agree. That's why I feel like sometimes when you be talking about non-monogamy, I be like, yeah, because love is strange.
That's what I'm saying. Love is very
strange, bro.
There's just
because I have a strong belief in if you say you love somebody, you love them forever. Like, I don't believe in falling out of love.
I do.
Talk to me.
I don't. That actually, what I've been really questioning lately is if I've ever loved anyone that I was with.
That was going to be my next question. As soon as you said I don't believe anybody could be in love forever, and I was going to say like, do you think that you were actually in love?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I will say this: if you've been in love, you love. I agree.
Yeah,
100%. I've been in love.
I've been in love
for sure 2 times. I'm talking about like in love where I still think about them people to this day.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it, if either one of them were to come back to me right now, I don't know if I could say no.
I mean, I could. It was one outside of but the one outside of her. But it's like even if we were to be in the same room,
it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? But because we spent and we shared that time together, and it was something that was like something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it's still there because it's not still there, but it's still there.
Yeah.
You appreciate what it did for your life.
You still have that love for them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's just when I don't know. I don't think you can fall out of love with people. Because there was a bunch of people that I've dated, a bunch of women that I dated, and I'd be like, I love you. And I was like, girl, once we broke up, I was like, what the fuck was I doing? Girl, bye. So, go ahead, Cuddy.
No, I was going to say, do you think there's any rules or set pattern to how you fall in love, or it could just happen however it happens?
Oh, with me? Oh yeah. How it has happened in the past is way too fast without even. It was just like,
That love or infatuation?
oh, you. It was probably lust. It was like, oh, you like me? Okay, yeah. You know what? I like you too. Oh, you want to be together? Okay, cool. Yeah, let's be together. Oh, you love me? Yeah, I love you too. It was just like that.
Yeah, I don't even think you fell in lust. You were just like just going with the flow. That's what that sounded like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay. It'll happen.
I was
too.
young.
Yeah. How, you still young? Are you even 30?
No.
You a baby. I don't think I hit my first time falling in. Like,
So let me ask y'all this question. So when's the first time you think you fell in love? Like, you ain't got to expound. Just what age?
I thought I was in love when I was 19.
31.
I thought I was in love when I was 14.
First time I fell in love was 31. I've loved people before that,
Yeah.
but in love, like,
Yeah. But I love hard, though. So that gonna be my issue. I love hard.
Like-
I love you. I love your dirty draws and all.
You are a
this,
Scorpio.
this is
Hey.
this is how I look at being
Don't
in
be
love with
disclosing.
someone.
My,
This is how I look at
they
being.
gonna hate me after watching this podcast now. Oh, he a Scorpio? Turn this shit off. Turn this shit off. Oh my God, them Scorpios, turn this shit off. No wonder he like this.
This is how I think. This is how I
Shout
get
out to the
if
Scorpios.
I'm in love with someone. You know how you on the plane and they say put your mask on first and help the person next to you.
You gonna put yours on. You gonna put theirs on first before you put yours on.
There's been some people where I feel so strong. I put their mask on first.
You'll bleed.
Yeah,
You'll bleed for them.
and then here's what would be awesome if we both putting each other's masks on first. Oh my God.
Look at that teamwork.
Woo!
Man, love,
Putting
bro.
each other first.
We don't know what the baby gonna do, but we gonna be okay.
This nigga.
Not the
joking.
baby.
I'm joking. I kid. I don't have kids. You could tell.
I'm like that in every relationship that I've in, whether it be like a significant other or a friendship. I give 100%. He'll tell you. I told him stories, and that shit is draining. That shit is draining.
I like that in the beginning, but then when they
told him to
fuck up,
stop.
I'm like,
Nah, cause I give chances.
Yeah, I told him to stop.
I give chance.
I might be a bad influence on him because I'd be like, you
No,
doing a lot.
no, I feel like it's good to have somebody that's realistic.
Thank you. I
I
was
can
just about
tell
to get
you
into
you're
that.
doing too much.
I was just about to get into that.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes I can be delusional and then thinking this person gonna really have my back, or this person gonna change, or this woman gonna be there for me forever. You know what I'm saying?
What did
Like,
Maya Angelou say?
I don't know.
If
Shit.
someone shows you who they are.
Believe them. That what you said?
Yeah.
I was freestyling.
Me too.
I
I
ain't gonna lie.
heard it. I heard it, but I'm like,
I was
it sounds
freestyling like a
that's
motherfucker.
it sounds like that's what they should say.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being in love is a tricky thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a tricky situation.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
But at the end of the day, I think what you all take from this podcast is work on yourself.
Work on yourself, you bum ass nigga. The fuck?
Journal,
Bum ass bitch. Go work on yourself. Like the fuck?
meditate,
Look at-
spend time
Wait,
by
hold on, wait,
yourself.
Hold on. You my translator right now. Here we go. So I'm gonna say it, and then you gonna say, okay, all right. Go out there and work on yourself, bum ass motherfucker.
Spend time alone. Touch some grass.
Go outside, you know what I'm saying? Go make some friends, even though you don't fuck with a lot of people. Go outside and make friends, and you know what I'm saying? Trying to, want to ooh out.
Socialize and be open to new experiences.
Yeah, she's good at this.
She is.
She's great.
We might have you back.
Right.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh, she is doing a hell of a job. Okay, they're going crazy.
I'm so glad. Look, as much as I would have enjoyed slandering you for not coming, I'm so glad you showed up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'd have been an hour in right now talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit. I'm glad she showed up too. It was a different but honest perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, I'm not used to a woman being as honest. I think a lot of women can be more. I don't want to say a lot. The ones we've talked to can be delusional when it comes to certain things.
I don't even think it's delusion.
It's Delulu.
I think the difference is is I think a lot of people don't have the words to truly express what they feel.
That's what someone was talking about on the podcast I heard earlier today. The Not Just Another Sex podcast with Samaya. She's the one that was on the 45 show or whatever. The one I was talking about how you have to preheat the pussy before you get into it.
I believe that, but yeah.
So
It was like a little
she was
bait.
saying that a lot of times the people don't have the language to talk about things like that, and that's what the problem is with relationships, love, and all that.
So I just went way off course when you said preheat the pussy.
Jesus. Hold on, go ahead.
I did you remember booty call when they're in the store? You got to lick it.
Before you stick it, you got to suck it. Before you.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm sorry, but yeah. Yeah.
That was a great fucking conversation we just had. Like,
yeah.
we just going in, okay.
Very, very insightful. I really appreciate your openness. Like,
Thank you.
And a lot of people, motherfucker be shy when they get on the mic. And I be like, nah, I got to troll.
yeah.
I didn't have to troll this much.
Having my own podcast has helped. So
How long has your podcast been going?
it's been a year since last week.
All right, we got to interview her now.
You want to do an interview?
Like, we need, like, she's had a podcast for a year. That's a lot of work.
But I did take a break, so it hasn't been a full year.
All right, when you hit 12 months, then
12
come
months.
holla at us.
Do you know how many episodes you got out?
Yeah.
I think I have 29.
Was it 52 when she hit 52?
You want to say 52?
Or how many you want to say?
Let's say 50. Was it how many weeks in the year?
52.
52. Okay. 52. Let's put the pressure on her so she
When
so
you
she
hit
don't.
52?
Let's do 52 so she is consistent.
Yeah.
She said she take
Damn
breaks
it.
and shit.
Yeah.
know
When
what
you
I'm
hit
saying?
But I did need that break, though, for my
for your mental
wellness.
health.
Yeah.
So, I got another topic.
No,
we
so
got
what?
Should
So
we
what?
end?
You gotta
all
work past that shit.
Look.
Now go ahead.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
So I know you said you needed to and take that break for your mental health, right? Do you ever think there's a time where a person should be able to continue the work and solve their mental health issue at the same time?
Yep.
Yeah, there could be that time for sure. If it's not really damaging to you and you can
You just
push
made me
through
think
it,
of another question.
then that's fine. But if you see that what you're doing is draining you and you just cannot for the life of you do it, don't even try to push yourself.
I agree with that. 100%. Yep. Do you think a person can be on a journey to find themselves or heal themselves while being in a relationship?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I actually feel like relationships can be the catalyst that can cause you to do that work for yourself and can help you see what your triggers are, what's going on with you, so that you can work on it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of women tend to like want to leave, or yeah, I think this is a woman thing. I don't think niggas really leave their relationship to go find themselves unless they just don't want to be with that person. They use that excuse.
Usually that's a man
That's an
don't want to be with
excuse.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an excuse. For us, we know that's the excuse.
That's the excuse.
If a man ever say, I'm trying to go find myself, he just don't want to be with you.
Ladies, if you have made it this far and you heard that, we just put it up.
We just put you on major game.
Look, we broke maybe
The code. We broke the code.
Bro code for by
But
saying
I know
that.
when women say it, it's a genuine, they're trying to find themselves outside of their partner.
Yeah.
I was having this discussion the other day. Because this person was like, I wanted to break up and they wanted to go find themselves. And I'm like, one, I don't think there is I find myself. Yourself is a journey for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same shit the same shit we did when we was 13, probably was interested in when we was 12, 13. We're not interested in when we 20, 21. We're not interested in when we 20, 25. We're not interested in when we're in our 30s. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we grow. It's just who you gonna grow with, and is this person gonna grow with you? Because you might be in a phase to where you might be doing this X, Y, Z, and this person might want to be there, and then that can cause the breakup. But for me, again, that goes back to love. You truly love somebody, you grow together. You figure things out. Separation can be a solution. Mm-hmm. Maybe we need time apart to figure it out. That's okay.
Maybe you don't need to be together. Sometimes that's a thing.
Yeah.
Nah, because marriage is different for me. Because I believe once you marriage, it's wrap.
Well, marriage.
I told my baby mama that if we get married,
Well,
like,
no,
you leave it in the casket. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's just how.
Well, no,
we gonna be for life. That's how I look at it. I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in that unless domestic violence, somebody's life is in danger. We not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
You're talking about just regular
I'm
problems.
talking about just regular problems that
Yeah.
people have everyday problems that people have. When it comes to your life being in danger, kids' life being in danger,
Get
the
out
fuck
of
out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Period. There's no questions need to be asked. But if you're just trying to find yourself, you got to fight through that with that person that you with, and that person that you with has to allow you the grace and space to
do
grow.
that. Yeah.
So that was the conversation I was having. I just wanted to ask you, what I'm saying, another woman, because
All right. Well,
I don't know what I just said,
nah.
but it made sense.
Nobody do.
I don't think anybody did. As long as it made sense to you.
A lot of things make sense to me that don't make sense to the world, and I feel like I'm okay with that. Could this be a therapy session for me? No, I just like, could you imagine? I'm just like, guys, I've been meaning to tell you. So that is the end of the podcast. We're gonna wrap this with Oscar. How you feeling? You got anything you want to say? Any last words?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for not making us slander you for an hour and a half.
Ooh, yeah, I count my lucky stars because I do not like slander.
Yeah, it would. You could have sued me for defamation.
How bad it was gonna be?
That's how bad it was
We
going
will be on your ass because this is 2 weeks.
I wouldn't be able to show
plan.
my face.
No,
I would see Guy, and he'll be like, "Don't even talk to me."
No, I'll be like, "Don't talk to me until you own the show."
Yeah, and I would just find your Instagram and keep sending you the links to us slandering you.
Oh, this is what we talked about today. It's a video of her shit.
yeah.
How long is this going to continue?
Until you come on the show.
Well, get your 52. We want to interview you. Get your 52.
That's your mark.
Looks like I need to get back to it. Speaking of which, I will have a new episode next Friday talking about my journey through sobriety.
Ooh.
So follow me on Positive Growth the Podcast on Instagram. Also, Positive Growth the Podcast on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, whatever. I'm there.
Next Friday, like this one coming up or the one after this one?
The one after this one.
So August 4th. Be on the lookout. Otherwise, we're going to bust y'all on y'all ass for not going. You dig what I'm talking about? Cousin, you good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Tajai, you good?
I'm good.
That was another episode of You Good Digital Podcast. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're listening on any of those streaming platforms or YouTube, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Again, without y'all, this don't happen. Make sure you tell a friend, tell all the people that be at work, listening to the podcast, tap in with us, tap in with Tajai. Like, subscribe to the video. I feel like we good.
We good.
We
That's
good.
it.
We out.
We out.